I've reached my tipping point. Enough is enough. If I just keep doing what I've been doing, I keep doing what I've been doing well. Whilst I'm physically able, before I'm mentally unstable. Pointless people rule the day. Fuck you, Kim and Kanye. And my head's burnt with all the news and the dickhead point of views. So take your Facebook and your phone, sit in a corner all alone. Your apathy's impressive, you deserve everything you get. If you think this shit is scary, then you ain't seen nothing yet. Sometimes you're your own worst enemy. So stop the world, cause I wanna get off. I've reached my tipping point. Enough is enough. If I just keep doing. We are living in crazy times, watching the blind, leading the blind, and I despair, yeah, from time to time. I try and convince myself daily everything's fine. Police were there to catch me, I screamed out to the floor, but I don't even trust the fucking pavement anymore. Sometimes you're your own worst enemy. So stop the world, cause I wanna get off. I've reached my tipping point. Enough is enough. If I just keep doing what I've been doing, I keep doing what I've been doing well. Whilst I'm physically able, before I'm mentally unstable. Pointless people rule the day. Fuck you, Kim and Kanye. And my head's burnt with all the news and the dickhead point of views. So take your Facebook and your phone, sit in a corner all alone. Your apathy's impressive, you deserve everything you get. If you think this shit is scary, then you ain't seen nothing yet. Sometimes you're your own worst enemy. So stop the world, cause I wanna get off. I've reached my tipping point. Enough is enough. If I just keep doing. We are living in crazy times, watching the blind, leading the blind, and I despair, yeah, from time to time. I try and convince myself daily everything's fine. Police were there to catch me, I screamed out to the floor, but I don't even trust the fucking pavement anymore. Sometimes you're your own worst enemy. So stop the world, cause I wanna get off. I've reached my tipping point. Enough is enough. If I just keep doing what I've been doing, I keep doing what I've been doing well. Whilst I'm physically able, before I'm mentally unstable. Pointless people rule the day. Fuck you, Kim and Kanye. And my head's burnt with all the news and the dickhead point of views. So take your Facebook and your phone, sit in a corner all alone. Your apathy's impressive, you deserve everything you get. If you think this shit is scary, then you ain't seen nothing yet. Sometimes you're your own worst enemy. cause I wanna get off. I've reached my tipping point, enough is enough. If I just keep doing. We are living in crazy times, watching the blind, leading the blind, and I despair, yeah, from time to time. But try and convince myself daily everything's fine. We are living in crazy times, watching the blind, leading the blind, and I despair from time to time, but try and convince myself daily everything's fine. Please be there to catch me. I screamed out to the floor, but I don't even trust the fucking pavement anymore. Sometimes you're your own worst enemy. Stop the world cause I wanna get off. I've reached my tipping point, enough is enough. If I just keep doing what I've been doing, keep doing what I've been doing well. Well.
Sorry, but breaking news just come through. A global emergency has just been declared after a deadly Ebola outbreak in Africa. So that's a global emergency.
Fucking hell.
Ooh. Like just now.
Where did that come on?
Sky News.
Ebola.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
And there's me fucking asking fucking like people like Bob Geldof to melt Ebola, and it's actually happening. I take that back.
I've got a septic toe now.
Well, how are you? How are you, folks? How are you? Anarchists. All that matters to Chrissy, myself, Joel, and Orel is that you're good. How are you? How's your week been? Say hello, Joel. Say hello, Orel.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
How have you been, Chrissy, this week? What have you been like this week?
Well, apart from this bloody Ebola.
Ebola,
now.
man. That's the last thing I need.
That's,
and do you know what? I'll be the first person to get it.
Well, do you know with that?
Chrissy, honestly, can you imagine?
Oh.
I just sat here in the middle of one of my rants and I just suddenly melt. It'd be awful.
I know. But if you want to get on EasyJet to go to like your stuff.
Well, I tell you what, folks. Here's a little bit of information for you from the Anarchists for future reference. If you want to go to Africa, yeah, don't.
Excuse me. Oh, no, Africa comes to us.
Africa, that is racist.
Well, it does.
I'm talking
Wait.
of racism.
Oh,
That's going to be the topic of our show tonight, folks.
Where's Madupi from?
Madupi is...
Spirits.
No, Madupi is from Nigeria.
Madupi.
Madupi.
Madupi. She's from Niger Delta. Oh no, she's from the Nigel Delta.
So is that true, Chris? Is that true, Joel? Yeah. So what's happened? Just Joel.
Yeah, so
cut camera. Tell the people, man. Tell the people.
Basically, it was just a bit of breaking news coming through Sky News that a global emergency has been declared for Ebola outbreak in Africa.
So that, I mean, that's serious shit, man. That's
And they've
really
just done
serious
it
shit.
right now.
That's serious.
Right now.
And did you hear about this in the last week or so?
No.
Because normally when there's like an emergency, you know what's going on, and all of a sudden they go, bam, emergency. But out of the blue, shoo.
No, but that's that is serious shit, man.
Of course it's serious. What I'm
Ebola's no
saying
fucking.
is, did you hear about it before?
I've heard bits and bobs.
This week?
No, not this week.
That's
No.
what I'm saying. This week we haven't heard anything. Then all of a sudden, bam. That's like...
That's really fucking heavy duty, that, man. That's fucking... So you heard it here, folks. You heard it here first in the Anarchist. Thank you, Joel, for that. And if you can keep on keep up with the breaking news road, I'd be really, really grateful of that. Anyway, that's blown us right off course, that one, hasn't it?
Right, old...
Because, you know, Ebola, man, it's like, it's not fucking about that. That's like, you actually do melt.
Well, yeah, but don't they bleed everywhere as well?
You melt. You
can't
fucking melt.
Well, you're dead if you can't be melting when you're alive, can you?
It basically just eats away. I mean, I'm not going to say because in case I get it wrong.
Orel the Third.
Yes.
Could you Google it? Go and Google Ebola. Ebola. No, it's not me auntie. It's not me auntie. Ebola.
Can you go and Google it?
And that's what the symptoms are of Ebola. What it is, not just the symptoms.
No, the symptoms are awful, man. Apparently, you end up melting.
Or if you don't go green.
Oh, well, you know what, you're all right if you do.
Ebola.
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 Ebola. Ngege. Ebola. Ngege.
So what's the what's
go on.
It's a viral hemorrhagic fever of humans and other primates caused by
Into the mic.
caused by Ebola viruses. Signs and symptoms typically start between 2 days and 3 weeks after contracting the virus, with a fever, sore throat, muscular pain, and headache. Vomiting, diarrhea, and rash usually follow, along with decreased function of the liver and kidneys.
Oh.
At this time, some people begin to bleed, both internal and external.
What's that stigma?
I've got all of them fucking symptoms.
Is it curable?
No. Is it fuck? That's why it's a fucking serious fucking shit, man. There's no cure for that.
But what happens if I want to go to Ridley Road Market?
Well, you melt halfway there.
Oh my god.
It's awful. I can imagine. It'd be like the Wizard of Oz, you know, where she goes, I'm Milky. No, what's left is the hats and fucking like,
You should remake that then. I got Ebola. Ebola. Oh no.
Anyway, folks, how's your week been? This week's been shit. And you know what? It's been so shit. Hiya, folks. It's been so shit this week that, come in here, brother. Come in here. I love you.
Get off your letter.
He's just brought the Beatles thing.
Oh yeah.
He's just brought the Beatles thing. I love him though. I don't care.
You can stamp on me, Eda.
I'm not going to stamp on you, I'll never stamp on you. I'll just
Lynn.
pass Ebola onto you and melt you, you cunt.
Too late. Look.
Listen, I'm not going to do my top 10 twats of the week this week. I'll tell you what.
Yes, and I'm going to tell you why. You don't need to. Do you know why?
Hang on, you
There's
talk
only
to me.
one. There's only one big worldwide TWAT, and he's going to talk about him now. Now, I'm not saying his name, but he's a bit orange and he's got a funny hairdo, and he's been saying some very silly things in the White House to do with American citizens who he said that they had to go back to, or they should go back to where they come from if they don't agree with. Now, should a president be saying this? Lee's going to tell you. I'll tell you my opinion.
Listen,
in a
folks,
bit.
it's like this, yeah? It's like this, folks, man.
Yeah.
Racism. What's it all about?
Putting down other races.
Orel,
Yeah.
or Joel, could you do me a favour? Could you, before I begin this, my little rant, and it's going to be a little bit of a rant here. It won't be a long rant, because I'll keep it short and concise if we can. Can I ask you all to share this, because this rant has got to be spread to the world. Can you just share this, folks, please?
Careful I say the word spread.
Share this.
If I could turn back
Because,
time.
can someone get me a dictionary definition of the word racism, please? Would they mind? Racism.
Trump.
No, just give me. No, if someone could just give me a dictionary definition of what racism actually is, and then before I start my little rant here,
Can I just say before
and
you
it's
even
going to
say
be
that,
a fucking rant, people.
Before
let me
you
tell
even say that, when they say that, the racist thing, right? Race rather, not racism, because we know what racism is. Race. There's only one race. That's the human race.
Oh, I'm filling up. I'm fucking filling up.
It's not filling up. That's the fact.
I know,
There's
but
only one race.
I know, but that was so right.
Do you know why? Do you know why there's only one race? Because any human can mate, have sex with another human, and produce children. So we are the same
You
species, the
can't
same
produce
race.
children.
We're split into ethnic groups, and race really was a nice little way of putting down other ethnic groups. as
No,
well.
yeah. Well, the
Yes,
thing
it
is,
was.
that is a, no. I'm not. No, I'm not. Brother.
Watch. Yes, it was.
No, I'm not disagreeing with you.
No,
man.
watch.
Brother, I'm not,
Look, are you watching? Yes, it was. Oh, thank you.
I'm not disagreeing with you, my friend. I'm not disagreeing with you at all, brother, because I wouldn't disagree with you. But before I begin my little rant here, I would like to get a dictionary definition, please, of racism. And if one of my fellow cohorts here, if Orel or Joe could pass that on to me, I'd be really grateful.
Is this Arel the Third or the Second?
I've no
Oh no, it's Arel the Third, because I met his daddy from the Bronx, Arel the Second.
Right, the racism is the belief
Slowly.
And in
Slower.
English. Is that racist?
Leave Orel alone.
Sorry.
Racism is the belief in the superiority of one race over another. It may also include prejudice, discrimination, or antagonism directed against someone
Atanga?
because they are of a different race or ethnicity, or the belief that members of different races or ethnicities should be treated differently.
Oh yes.
Right, Orel, can I read that? Do you mind?
Yeah.
That is what I found.
No,
so
God bless you, man.
No, it's just not. It's not that, you see, because most of the audience is from Moston. Do you know, like up there? So he has to say it in a Mostonese accent, don't you?
different accent. I
So,
know.
I mean this one, John.
Yeah.
So, folks, follow me on this, right? I'm gonna. I'll read it again. Arel, I don't mean this in a rude way, brother. If I was in Romania, yeah, and I wouldn't say a word. Anyway, racism is the belief in the superiority of one race over another. It may also include prejudice, discrimination, or antagonism directed against someone. Now, keep that in mind, folks. Antagonism directed against someone because they are of a different race or ethnicity.
Sorry, I was getting crackling on the audio.
What?
Well, that's the
And it's still cracking.
No, it's crackling. No, not again.
No.
But can you hear us? Liam, can you hear us? Can you actually understand what we're saying? Is it crackling too much? From the 80s.
Okay, that's better. Whoa, that is better. Actually.
Tick and Talk. I must have talked to myself. Tick and Talk. This amazing thing. We'll tell you about them another time. But they were like this road.
This again. Because it's important, right? Racism is the belief in the superiority of one race over another. It may also include prejudice, discrimination, or antagonism directed against someone because they are of a different race or ethnicity. Or the belief that members of different races or ethnicities should be treated differently. Now, I will draw your attention to the part in this dictionary definition that says discrimination or antagonism directed against someone because they are of a different race. Now, thank you. All right. This week, the top twat of the week is without fucking question. I'm not going to do the top 10 or the top 5. We're going to go to the top
only
one.
one.
The top one is obviously none other than...
Coming up for you right now.
Oh,
He's a big
God.
twat.
It's the
You know,
biggest...
this twat is so big that it just needs a few seconds for it to load up there.
Donald fucking Trump.
Duck.
Now, Donald Trump has appeared a lot in our programme because he's just such a twat. But this week in particular, he really, really has to be fucking mentioned on a special level. I'll tell you why. This man is the leader of what we call the free world.
Ah! No
He's the
such
leader
thing.
of the free world. Now, this is basically nothing other than a cynical ploy to try and re-engage his core fan base in America, which is all well and good in political terms if it wasn't about race, because this is an absolute fucking intercontinental ballistic missile waiting to explode. This man has this week drawn 4 Democratic...
Yeah, I think they were.
and it doesn't really
Democrats,
matter. They were of colour, and he said to them that if they didn't like it, then they can go back to their own country. Now, let's rewind time for a little bit, folks. Let's rewind at least 3 years, Chrissy. Yeah, 3 years, and can you imagine? I am lost for words at this, mate, and so should you be. If you're not angry now, then you never will be. This is the most outrageous statement that a president could ever make. It is beyond description. Yeah. I have no words of witty recourse this week, folks, against someone who deserves nothing but absolute shame and disgust. It is absolutely... It's like Brexit, right? In the sense that everyone seems to be getting sick of hearing about Trump and seems to be sick of hearing about Brexit and all that, and they're all switching off, and I just think that this is too serious to switch off from. I think it's something we need to throw open to the room. Boys, what do you think about this? Because I just don't want to waffle. Please.
Well,
I'll start with you, Chrissy.
Thank you.
Split the screen, Joel, if you will, brother. I want to hear your comments on this.
Just make me look thin. Is it the Congress? Is it Congress?
Yes, Congress.
Have voted that his statements were racist. What the consequence of that is going to be, I do not know.
Well,
but the thing is, Trump is not exactly. Nobody's shocked by is what he says, but I think we're very disappointed at the fact that he seems to be getting away with everything. He seems to be getting away with fake. If anything happens, fake news. I'm not a racist. I don't have a racist bone in my body. Yet you're coming out with statements like that. Very naughty.
But,
Can he be impeached? What would he be impeached with?
We'll come back to the impeachment question in a bit, Chrissy, because that's going to be our talking point in a bit, and I want you all to join in, if you will, on the comments section. But here's the thing. Joel Orell, Chrissy, the Republican Party. Now, he is obviously the president, and he represents the Republican Party. Yeah. They went to a vote in Congress, right, about whether or not this is a racist issue or not. All the Democrats obviously voted, of course this is racist. Only three Republican members of the Republican Party voted that this was racist, which means that at this moment in time they're sticking with Trump, which means that they're scared. Yeah. No one's actually breaking ranks yet because they understand that this is a way of him re-engaging his core voters, because
they believe it.
Well, no. Well, yes and no. Well, someone made a really interesting statement. They said that the Republican Party is blatantly racist because no one has yet come out and said that it's blatantly racist. It's a dictionary definition of the word racism. He's a racist man. His father was racist. He's racist. And he is using race as a fucking a calling card to engage his followers again.
Where's his wife from?
Again. Where's his wife from? I don't know.
What country in Europe?
She's from fucking hell.
I'm just saying, she's not from there.
It is. Listen, folks. This is where we're at. Folks. I'm serious. This is where we're at. We're at a point where the president of the United States is making blatantly racist statements. I don't just mean like hinting at being racist, talking about Mexicans being rapists and all this kind of stuff. We are talking about a clear, concise statement where he is stating quite clearly he is racist, and the Republican Party is not standing up and screaming, going, "Whoa, enough here! Whoa, come on, time out, Donald, come on."
You know why they're not standing up and saying?
Because they are all treading very carefully because they're all scared for their own jobs, and they can see that the re-election is coming up, and he's obviously going to call on the racist card yet again. It's going to get worse, folks. You heard it here first. Not only did you hear about Ebola here first, you heard about the fact that I'm telling you now, it is going to get worse. He is going to delve deeper into the racist card, and he's going to make it worse. This man needs to he needs to contract Ebola. And I'll walk back from that statement very slightly because I'm scared to death of us getting banned from Facebook again. And I've been told by my cohorts, I've been told by my brother Christopher, my brother Joel, my brother Orell, that I need to just wind my neck in very slightly because I voice my opinions a bit too loudly. So I'm going to just wind back in slightly. I don't want him to die, do a heck. I just want him to contract Ebola and then leave it to the gods. It's an absolute outrage, folks, and I'm sorry I'm waffling on about it, but it's an absolute outrage.
But Donald Trump. Saying that though, in America, their track record on racism is not very good.
No, it's not, but it's been getting better.
Yes, but what I'm saying is, it's had a hideous legacy of it in years gone by.
Of course they have.
The land of the free, really? Was slavery the land of the free? I don't think so.
No.
It was all based on bullshit.
But
the thing is, it's like I said, slavery was only abolished in America in what, 1868? But no, I'm just saying.
I just...
Sorry, Lee. And then you had segregation in the South. Segregation in the South went on till I think it's 1967 or 1968 in North Carolina. So what I'm saying is it's living history for a lot of people. So when you hear about things like this now with Trump, I don't think it's the biggest shock in the world. It's disgraceful. It's disgraceful. But it ain't the biggest shock in the world compared to their history. They've got to sort themselves out.
No, but when you've got a president in the year 2019 that is making blatant dictionary definition racist statements, and people aren't in the fucking middle of the road screaming and throwing fucking bricks at the White House.
Get him off Twitter.
Well, no, keep him on Twitter because you know what? I think Twitter's the thing that's going to tie him up and kill him. I think it's going to. You give him enough rope, he'll hang himself. Give this fucker enough rope, he'll hang himself. And you know what? If not, I will.
You guys know that it's not allowed anymore to block people on Twitter.
Is it not?
No.
You can't.
No, because before he was allowed to do that.
Yeah.
But the Congress said that he's violating the First Amendment. of United States, which means
Free
people
speech.
that exactly. So
Which is a myth.
therefore, it's not allowed anymore to block people
Yeah.
because they were saying things about him
Yeah.
on Twitter,
Ah.
straight
okay.
on his page.
But then, he can he can mute people. He can mute so that he can't see any of the comments anyway.
Yeah, but he was blocking the people.
Yeah, that's very petty when well, first of all, the President of the United States should not be on there ranting at night time or wherever. I'd love to know the times of when he does these.
It's late at night. Listen, I'll make a statement, and it's not going to get me blocked on Facebook because it's just my opinion. But this man, I honestly, truly believe, is a cokehead. I believe that this man does cocaine. Listen, if you watch the presidential debates, if you watch the last one, on the last losing it, that man, I've been enough around, as we all have in this room, been around enough people taking cocaine in our lives. We're all gay men. We've all been around people taking cocaine. We know all of the traits of people taking cocaine, right? This man was on cocaine in the last debate he did with Hillary Clinton. He was on cocaine. He was sniffing like a madman. He was rambling like an idiot. He was walking about like a complete fruitcake, and he was definitely doing cocaine. There's no question about it. So, and his late night tweets are always just that, late night. They're always late night, they're always there when there's no one around, and he's sat in his fucking room with his fucking wife fronts on in his bed, having a wank to fucking YouPorn, and he's fucking there, tweeting away, coked out of his head. Donald, it's like this, my friend. I would love to meet you. I won't say why, because I'll get banned, but I'd love to meet you. Please, Donald, look at me, meet me. I'll do a debate with you, and it'll be like two people meeting.
There's somebody at the door. There's somebody at the door.
Christopher, let us get off Donald Trump
Hi,
for
where's
now.
Christopher? There's only Chrissy Darling sat here.
Oh, sorry about that. Sorry. Chris,
Sorry, it's a little joke between us.
it's just a private joke. Chris, can I move on
Yes.
and ask you about the birthdays this week, please?
Right, birthday. Well, I'm going to tell you about all my... Don't you dare. I'm trying to go for that. Look, that
Oh,
loss.
Chrissy, is this a Michael Kors bag?
Oh, God, yeah.
Fucking hell!
Look.
Hey, get you, girl.
I know, off Colin, he gave me that.
Oh my fucking... Is it real?
And it's not robbed either.
Is it
it's
real?
the real McCoy.
Is it fuck? That's fucking in cash converters tomorrow.
It will be. But anyway, so this day in history, this is one of my favourite things. Now, do you know, like, there's certain dates in history that nothing ever seems to happen? Well, again, I keep saying this, Chinese emperors. For some reason, Wikipedia has got lots about Chinese emperors. And I'm like, okay, if you're Chinese, but I'm not Chinese. I love to eat Chinese, don't get me wrong. I'm not Chinese, I don't know much about it, so I don't need to know. So anyway, so this day in history, a couple of birthdays. First one, 1954.
Who was that?
And now I can't say it.
Angela.
Angela Merkel.
Go and Google it.
Now, she was born 1954, so how old does that make her? 60 what? 4? 5? 64,
Chris,
65?
I'm shit at maths, mate.
Yeah, well...
Does it?
God,
Is it
she's...
a rail, mate? Fucking touch, lad. Touch. A rail.
She has had a very interesting time, screwed a lot of things up, but there you go.
What's that?
Oh, anyway, so that's Angela
Merkel.
Angola, Michael.
Go on,
Merkel.
Google it.
Fucking Merkel. So it's her birthday today. And also, one of Lee's role models, the Hoff himself,
Oh,
David Hasselhoff,
the fucking Hoff.
who was born, wait for this, in 1952. Now, considering he's like 100 years old,
Did you know what he did?
in what sense?
Well, when he obviously, I mean, I'm not going to take the piss here because he suffers from alcoholism, so I'm never ever going to take the piss out of someone that suffers from alcoholism. But he did end up being filmed in fact it was his daughters.
Oh yes,
Did you hear about it? Yeah, his
I've
daughters.
seen it.
They
I've
filmed.
seen it.
Have you seen it?
Yeah.
They filmed him in. He was going through an airport.
Yeah.
And he was sat on the chairs in an airport waiting to board the plane, and he pissed himself. God bless him. Yeah, and I've
seen it
No,
live.
I know, but
I've seen it live. I've seen people do it live.
Oh, it's awful. I have too. It's
they
awful.
didn't know. But you know, the
But
man's.
at the same time, he's a dick.
Oh, really?
Oh, he's a total dick.
Well, I don't know him that well, darling.
He's
but
a total
I could
dick.
imagine
He's
he's
a
a
total-
showbiz folk.
He's a complete.
But it's his birthday today, 1952. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Dave.
So also in this day in history, deaths. Now, you know, lots
Who
of
died,
deaths.
Chris? Who died?
Billie Holiday. Hush now.
Oh,
Don't explain. Did you get that? Hush now. Don't explain.
Billie Holiday. Now, Billie
Now,
Holiday.
Billie Holiday I had one of those voices. She had like a 1 octave range, but within that 1 octave range, she was absolutely amazing, and she could emote like nobody else. But she was a victim of the time. She was a victim of hideous racism in America, segregation.
She was.
She was also and misogyny as well. And
misogyny.
Misogyny.
That's fucking Americanisms. Are you fucking kidding me? You rewind and fucking say that again.
Misogyny.
No, it's misogyny.
Misogyny.
It's misogyny.
I say misogyny.
It's no. Well, it's not. It's misogyny.
Yeah, well, I'm saying misogyny.
That's Americanisms. I'm not.
Thank you. I'm saying misogyny.
No, it's not. It's misogyny.
I will say misogyny.
It's misogyny.
That's what I said, misogyny. Anyway,
it's misogyny.
So Billie Holiday was the victim of racism and misogyny in America in 1959. She died.
Aluminum.
And
aluminum.
She. I'm just not speaking to her.
Fucking aluminum.
And she died of a heroin overdose.
Yeah, heroin.
Was it?
Heroin, yeah. Lady Sings the Blues, man. Watch it. Fucking amazing film. Yeah. But she was an amazing singer too. But it's actually misogyny.
Yeah, that's what I said, misogyny.
No, it's fucking Chris. Anyway. I swear to God, brother, I will fucking kill you in a minute.
Well, you kill me, I'll come back and fucking anoint you to death, you cunt.
Anyway, I'll die in fucking
on this day in history, national drinking age changed in America in 1984 from 18 to 21.
Right, that's very misogynistic, that.
Yeah, it is. Good. I'm glad you got it right for a change.
Fucking
so they decided to change the drinking age from 18 to 21, which sort of everybody who went to college, university after high school couldn't drink in theory. They all did, obviously.
Can I just say, Lisa McLean, yes, babe, he is a sexist, racist, arrogant, fucking rugged twunt. He think he's untouchable. Well, let me tell you, folks, all of you fucking I'm trying to kiss out there, you fucking make sure that you make it loud. This man is a fucking racist and should not be tolerated in today's society as a president of the United States. Let him go back to where he came from.
I can now, Lynn. Don't worry. Sorry.
But anyway, yeah, it is misogynistic. Sorry, carry on.
It is misogynistic. So anyway,
what happened on this day, Chris?
That was it.
No, what happened on this day? Oh, you've already said that. The national drinking age changed from 18 to 21 in 1984. Let's discuss this. Can we discuss this? Discuss.
I was. See, my point was that when you've got people, young adults, 18 years old, they go off to university.
A bit like me.
Anyway, they go off to university, they go off to college. 18 years old, that's when you're going to experiment. That's when you first find yourself in the world, blah blah blah. And then all of a sudden, the government goes, you're not allowed to drink now from 18 to 21. Now, listen, it's like prohibition. Prohibition did nothing.
Well said.
It was like did sweet FA because all it did was give gangsters power by producing alcohol. So all these kids, they all did it anyway, but they did it illegally. So it's an absolute bullshit waste of time. But you know what? That's America for you.
Well, the thing was is look what we on this one. Look what prohibition did in America in the 40s.
Yeah.
40s.
No, 20s.
20s. I apologise. 20s. All it did is basically increase the illegal trade in alcohol, and it caused.
Hi, Melanie.
Is Mel on there? Oh, Mel. I missed your call, babe. I missed your call. We've got a guest coming on in I think it's a week's time.
Oh,
I think it's a week's time. Mel is going to be back with us, folks. So
Mel. You don't call me, and I know now. Call me. Sorry.
She's not going to call you. She's going to call me. Shut it, you.
Whatever.
Listen, me and Mel are having a party on Armchair when Mel comes down. Everyone's invited.
What day?
Armchair here.
What day?
Are you coming?
What day? What day of the week?
Yeah.
What day of the week?
It could well be after the Anarchist broadcast. Do you fancy coming, boys?
Right now.
At night time?
Not today.
Now, if anybody's out there, just whilst we're on the subject of Hampstead Heath,
Go on then.
can somebody please tell me and Lee where the cruising area is? And we're not joking. We think we know where it is. It's near a politician. What is it?
I have, Chris. I have learnt this one from last time.
Yes.
A week on Wednesday, Melanie has said. A week on Wednesday, she's coming down, and we're all having a party.
Like it's what, 19?
No, we're gonna have a party. Are you coming?
Yeah, we can go.
There'll be a few. I'm not going to say that we're going to listen. There'll be a few people walking around with
a week Wednesday, by the way. She's coming down.
Yeah, no, yeah, I've seen it. I said that.
No, she just said. Melanie's just said.
I saw it.
Oh.
I said that. What was I saying then?
You were saying that we're going to go and find the hotspots.
Oh no, you were saying. No, Chris is talking about the cruising ground on Hampstead Heath. I have no idea what he's talking about. By the way.
Anyway, let's just ignore Mel.
Let's answer it. Hang on, here we go.
Put on speaker.
Mel.
Oh.
Anyway, Mel, your moment was there. You lost it.
Anyway, Mel, me and Lee know where you live.
Right now, can I listen, folks? Stop the wheel.
Stop the world. I just want to
Get off. I've reached my tipping point in no phrasing. I want to discuss. Mel said, actually, it's a weak Saturday. Mum, I can see your comments. Yes, it's not crackling anymore, apparently.
It's a week Saturday coming down.
Yeah, but she'll be here for the week after.
Okay.
So there's going to be a party on Hampstead Heath, folks, as Anarchist. If you're watching, and when you watch this, spread this. Are you sharing this, by the way? Share this. Have you shared it yet? Have you shared? Share it now. Share it now.
Share. If I can turn back time, if I can find a way.
Can I just cut in? I want to talk about somebody. I want to talk about something that's really fucking interesting, right? I really do, as well. Let me just get. Joe, can you? Alright, can you Google Jeffrey Epstein now, folks? Now. I invite your comments on this one. This could be a fucking changer. A game.
The Beatles guy.
No, it's not. This man.
Which one is? What's his name again?
I don't know if you know about him. He's called Jeffrey Epstein.
Oh, Epstein.
Jeffrey Epstein. Yeah. Now this guy is a billionaire, right? Okay. In America, and he has recently been arrested, right? Now this man. Oh, where do we go? Where do we start with this one? It's a fucking hotbed. This one, folks. Let me tell you. It involves royalty. It involves two presidents. One is actually sitting as we speak. One, a president that sat the one before last. It involves heads of state. It involves. Oh, this is a big fucking deal, boys. And let me tell you something.
What's it say on
Thank
there?
you. Thank you very much, Orel. So. Oh no! All right, can you just Google if you can? Top 10 points on Epstein's newly arrested. He's been arrested, right? He's been arrested. He's a billionaire now.
When was he arrested?
He was arrested recently. But listen to me, folks. It's really, really hot. This is a big one, a fucking big one. In the sense that this man is a billionaire. He's a paedophile, right? He's a paedophile, a dirty, hanging, disgusting, vile, rancid paedophile, right? And he would procure girls at the age of as early as 12, and he had a plane that he would he'd invite all his friends on, and these girls would suddenly appear, young girls procured from 12 to 14, right? And we have got, if you Google it, if you go and Google it, Chris, what do you need to do?
Google it.
You need to go and Google it. You will find that pictures of people such as, let me stroke my chin and pretend I don't know. Oh, Prince Andrew.
He looks like Dracula. What was his name, the actor?
Boris Karloff.
No, Christopher Lee. No.
Christopher Lee. Oh, all right, he wasn't. I don't think he was Dracula, but you'll find pictures of Prince Andrew, right, on a plane. You'll find pictures of Prince Andrew with his arm around a girl who was 13. With Jeffrey Epstein. You will also find lots and lots of information about Donald Trump and his association with this man. And with that in mind, this man also was defended by a guy called Acosta. Now, Acosta, until today, folks, was part of Donald Trump's cabinet. Acosta defended this man, I think it was around 8 or 9 years ago, and got him the most unbelievable deal. He got him a deal where he had his he got nicked, right, for paedophilia, but he had his own because a billionaire, he had his own wing in the prison that he bought himself. His sentence was reduced to 18 months, of which he only served 2 days a week. He would go in by car to his private part of the prison that he ran himself, and this guy Acosta got in this deal. He ended up doing something less than 18 months, and it was outrageous, right? And it was completely brushed under the carpet because this guy's got so much on him. It's so much on people in power. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. But here's the thing, right? He also there's also footage of Bill Clinton on the plane with him, and there's also evidence that's now arisen where Bill Clinton he has siphoned money to the tune of something like 12 million onto offshore accounts for Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton's got into a state of panic and has issued statements saying, "Oh, I don't know what he's talking about, blah blah blah." Donald Trump has gone into a state of panic and his whole all of his administration have said, "Oh, we don't know anything about Jeffrey Epstein." And the palace in this country has issued this statement saying, "I don't know anything about Jeffrey Epstein. We haven't spoke to him for years." Not realising that evidence has now risen that Sarah, Sarah, the one who had
the hairdresser from up north.
No, the one who had a toe sucked by that guy. The ex-wife of Prince Andrew.
She's very nice.
All of her debts. Remember when she had loads of debts? Remember that time when she had loads of debts? And they said, "Oh, the Weight Watchers thing paid it all off." Jeffrey Epstein paid all of her debts off personally. This man has now been rearrested. They've raided his house. They've found untold images of child porn. They have found all sorts of videos of him with young girls, and he's now been rearrested. And here's the thing, folks. Now watch this space, because I'll get off this subject in a minute. But watch this space. This man could potentially upset the apple cart on such a degree of the like that we have never ever seen before. It's not in the news on a big deal, and that's why we want to fucking make sure it is to our limited audience. You go and research Jeffrey Epstein, because this could potentially end up being either the biggest story of our generation, or it will get brushed under the carpet, which I personally think it will, and it'll all get dismissed, and it'll all get, because he has so many people that he could end up taking to the slaughterhouse that there's a chance it could end up being...
Your Simon sat with your mother, by the way.
Is our Simon there?
Yeah. Hi, Simon.
Simon! Stay there. You talk. Stay there.
So anyway, let me just talk. That was a bit grim, wasn't it? So here we are. Oh, Simon. I was just about to...
Simon, no, before you talk. Simon, look.
Don't embarrass him. How old is he on there? Oh, okay.
That's me. It's not even focused.
I think you're going to show a picture of Simon when he was like 2 or something. That's
me at our Simon's wedding, where our Simon, he had a handwritten thing, right, for everybody that was there, bless him.
Was this Simon not the one who was at the quiz?
Yes, our Simon. Our Simon won us the quiz at the Duke of Wellington.
No, we won. He just...
we won. Of course we did.
We used to go... Me and Lee used to go to the Duke of Wellington to do the quiz. It's a really good night out. And one day Simon turned up and his missus... Lorna, she's beautiful.
My niece.
And we won the quiz. But then what did we end up winning?
Simon we won a snide bottle of wine that I took home. I drank in, and I couldn't drink anything. Toilet duck, bleach, you name it. I couldn't drink this. It was awful. It was that shit. It was awful.
Do you know what this wig reminds me? Not wig. This head thing reminds me of Sherlock. If I could turn back time.
Have we finished?
If I could find a way. So anyway, right at this moment in time, I'm just trying to work out...
no, because we've got images of him and Prince Andrew. Yeah, which are up now.
I'll leave it to them then if they're going to be shouting over that.
Sorry, Chris.
Oh, have you quite finished?
No, coming back.
Yeah. So anyway, folks, so what we're doing is we're going to... are we doing hit or...
Fuck's sake.
Shit at the moment. Is that our next segue?
Oh my God, Chris, it's all gone.
Just like...
Yeah.
Chris, it's all gone tits up.
The entire system just went down. Oh my God.
So anyway, we're going to do we're going to do our hit or shit. Are we going to do hit or shit?
No, we're not.
What we're doing now? Tell us what we're doing right now.
We're going to go into a state of fucking blind panic because...
Right, before we go into a state of blind panic, what are we actually going to be doing?
Go into a state of blind panic.
Okay, well we're going into a state of blind panic. We'll leave that to Lee then.
Has it frozen?
No. We're still going.
Are we?
Yeah.
Are you sure about that?
But I've got Epstein and Andrew on the screen right now.
Epstein, so can I quickly just carry on? Do you mind if I just carry on?
Epstein, I thought... Oh.
Tears are roll. What happened then was I went off to do something. I went off to do something and it all went tits up. Cheers, Joe.
Lord have mercy.
No, mercy on us all. Are you on?
No.
This look at the photograph there, folks. Now the guy that stood there, yeah, with that fucking member of parliament, is that Royal?
Who's this? That Epstein bloke again?
Look, take a look. That is Jeffrey Epstein. Oh, what's happened here? Seriously, folks, what's just happened?
It's alright, they can't see what's going on.
Can they not? Thank fuck for that, because it's all going tits up right behind fucking camera here. It's awful.
Epstein and Prince Andrew.
Yeah, so Epstein.
And also Epstein and Donald Trump.
There you go.
Well.
Can we just go back to Prince Andrew for a second?
Oh, you would ask me to do that.
Oh no, don't worry.
So,
But also, and then we've got Epstein and...
but what did he do before? I've never heard of the guy. Seriously, I've never heard
The
of
guy's
him.
a billionaire, and here's the thing, right?
What does he do there? How did he know these people
Bill
apart
Clinton.
from what is it? This is what I'm getting at. I've never heard of the guy. I assume he had business links with these people as well. 'Cause
No, that's just it. He didn't. He just. The only connection he has with these people is the fact that they all like to procure young fucking children. They are.
no.
Well, let's look at the facts. Let's look at the facts.
Yes.
Right.
Facts.
Bill Clinton.
Right.
Nearly impeached. Why?
Because he was with Monica Lewinsky.
Exactly.
Right?
He
But
is
she
known
was
to
an
be a
adult.
slight deviant. Yes, she was an adult, but what's happened?
No.
Oh right, sorry. He's known to be a deviant.
That's fine, leave it there.
There he is with Bill Clinton, right? Bill Clinton.
Go on.
Bill Clinton's issue, but it's turned out since that I can't believe that no one is on this.
Because we've not heard of it. I've
but-
never heard of him.
And that's the part that I'm finding most fucking amazing.
Oh, you know I like a good scandal,
Exactly,
but I've never
this is-
heard of this guy.
This is a scandal beyond scandals, and it's not being.
Do you know what I think we need to do?
What's
we
that?
need to keep an eye on this all week and then talk about it next week when we all know more about it. Then we can all look into it. I've no idea about this guy, who he is, what he does.
Well, can I ask you then, Chrissy, next week when I come back to this, when I come back next week to I keep saying Brian, when I come back next week to Jeffrey Epstein, can I ask you, will you please do a bit of research on this guy?
I'll read a
Because
bit.
I can assure you, when you do come back, I'll send you some links.
It's a bit grim.
When you do come back to this, you are going to be fucking raging like me at the fact that this is actually happening now and it's not being fucking massively publicised in the world on the world stage. It's an absolute disgrace. It's fucking, this man is a paedophile. It's a fucking paedophile.
Well,
It's a disgusting paedophile. A disgusting, outrageous, dirty, angry paedophile. And he is associated with fucking... whatever he's called, fucking Prince fucking Andrew, you fucking cock. I hope you fucking end up with Ebola. And oh, sorry, no, I don't. I take that back. I hope you don't end up with Ebola, Prince Andrew. I hope you end up with something like syphilis or something like that. From one of your dirty, horrible fucking whatever. Chris, I'm gonna leave this to you for a minute, brother, because I need to go and take a minute out. I need to just chill out. Brother. I'm fucking raging here. You please, Chris, take the stage.
anyway, that was a cheery subject.
It's not cheery, Chrissy. It's not cheery.
No, it's the sarcasm. I said it's cheery because it just left me like,
It's disgusting.
I can say that. Anyway,
It's disgusting.
like I said, I know nothing about that subject. I've never heard of the guy. I'm going to read about him tomorrow. I've never heard a word about him. So what I'm saying is, from my point of view, I know nothing. I'm only hearing for the first time ever in my whole life as a 28-year-old, shut your faces, 28-year-old about this guy. I knew nothing about him. But I will next week. I will know all about him. I'll know all the scandals. I'll be on YouTube. I'll be reading all about it. But in the meantime, I'm sat here going, Anyway, so what we're going to do is, right at this moment in time, we're going to have a number, are we? Mr. Gobshite?
We are indeed, and I'm going to do. I was asked to do again.
Thank you.
It's.
Can I just do a little intro then?
Oh, okay.
So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, non-binary people, we are going to, at this moment in time, we're going to take a brief interlude. And thank you, Joe. And that shadow, by the way, that was cast across me right there. It wasn't my light, it wasn't my duppy trying to come through yet. It was Joel going past in the background. But anyway, so we're going to have a little number now, aren't we, by the Gobshite himself, Mr. Lee Forsyth, the group TLFG. Is that right?
King Gobshite.
King Gobshite.
King Gobshite.
Well, Emperor Gobshite. King Gobshite himself. He's going to do a number for us now.
I am.
Hit it, Tuts.
This was asked for on our Armchair Anarchist Facebook page. If you look on Armchair Anarchist, if you search on Facebook, Armchair Anarchist, you'll find us there.
You know, I'm really not happy with this. I would like to, guys on Facebook, right? It'll go black. It should go black for a few seconds, but then it should come back. Guys on YouTube, you're going to have to refresh the page, and Periscope, Twitter, you're going to have to refresh as well. But we've got a major lag on here, which I'm really not happy with. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go black for a few seconds, and then we're going to come straight back. So like maximum 30 seconds. Okay.